Alright, we got ourselves a little storm chase today, a little impromptu, kind of out of nowhere. It's May 8th, leaving the Twin Cities here, going to no other places than Wisconsin, where I feel like every single one of my videos takes place. Leaving Woodbury right now. I got a bunch of construction traffic on 94, so I think I'm going to try to sneak down the frontage road. But we have pretty good instability right now. It's about a little before 5 o'clock. The little window of instability kind of shooting from the East Metro down south through the Iowa border. And we got a couple storms that popped up out by Baldwin, Wisconsin. So I'm going to try to get out there and see what they can do. There's not a big severe risk today. We're right on the border of the marginal and general thunderstorm outlook. So these storms are actually popping up in the general. So right on the border. They look real nice. I'm heading east right now, staring at them, seeing where I need to go. There is a slight risk of landspouts today, of all things. Not so much tornadoes. Landspout is not created by mesocyclone out of a supercell. That's about all I'm going to try to say, and that might not even be right. I don't know enough about landspouts. But they're twisty things that look like tornadoes, so we're going to go see if we can find one. I'm going to spin this around and see what we're dealing with here. Definitely look a little more impressive in person than they do on the GoPro, I think. But we're gonna go try to get underneath these cells, see if we got any structure, see if we can get some lightning bolts. We're coming up on the longest days of the year here, so it's gonna be light for another 4 hours. These aren't moving real fast, so hopefully they're just gonna be stationary. I can go find a cool composition. Again, I love storm chasing. I'm all about the storm chasing, but my first really priority is photography. So we're gonna go chase these, see if we can get some cool pictures, maybe get a landspout, get some bolts. I know there's a ton of lightning right now associated with these, but I can see the updrafts physically going up right now, so these storms are still strengthening. We'll see if we merge into one big storm. I think there's 3 of them out there right now. So that's the plan. Let's go see what we can find. The stronger storm is actually cycled up behind me. I've overshot it. So I'm heading back west now.
In the truck there, I said I had overshot the storm. What actually happened is the storm took a turn to the south, likely into better instability. This turn to the south would save the entire chase.
All right, we made it on our first storm chase here in the Minnesota-Wisconsin area. I'm back in Wisconsin yet again. Every one of my videos has been shot in Wisconsin, and I live in Minnesota. I feel like a Minnesota photographer, but here I am. You can see a big updraft here behind me. I was up in that cell for a while, ran into some small hail, slight heavy downpours, nothing too crazy. I've got time lapses going over here as the cell is kind of going away. It was really getting quite a bit weaker, so I've kind of given up on it. I've got my drone straight up, shooting to the west. We have a couple different cells popping up over there. So I got to take a look at radar once that time lapse finishes up, see if anything is re-strengthened up. And I do have one cell up behind us, up by New Richmond, that's working its way down here. That's actually been growing a little bit, although the updraft has kind of tapered out now. So we're out in Wisconsin, we're right by Baldwin, Wisconsin, and I mean, it's a pretty storm behind me, nothing severe, kind of photogenic, not really. I got a rainbow coming up over here. I think you can see the rainbow on there maybe, so that should be in one of my time lapses here. If I flip us around, here's to the west. So you got one storm over here that's really not doing anything. There's our departing storm there. Got a rainbow there. I got time lapses running here. I got my drone up there. And here's the other area of interest. I got a new updraft coming up over here on the left side of this. So these are getting to be outflow. I got a lot of wind coming from the east. It's a cold wind, so I don't think any of these storms are gonna do much. We'll see if we can get another photogenic opportunity to shoot some more time lapse. But that's kind of all we're gonna get tonight, I think. So I will show you here what I got on these time lapses. And I'm gonna stick around. I got the free pass tonight. Stick around out here and see if anything else develops. So I got two options right now. I know what I'm doing already, but basically the bigger cell I've been kind of following is now actually taking a hard turn to the south, which is good. It's gonna run it into more unstable air based on how it was looking earlier. And it's actually gotten to be a little bit stronger of a cell, so I am chasing after that one. However, there's another cell that's forming up to my northwest that's actually strengthening quite a bit. So I'm right in the middle of the two of them right now, but my suspicion is the cell to my northwest is gonna follow this bigger cell. I think it's also gonna take a sharp turn to the south and follow probably the boundary down. So that's how I'm playing this. I'm 20 minutes from the strongest cell at the moment.
Take the next left onto 70th Avenue, Rose Lane.
So if nothing else, if I don't catch up to the first cell, or it doesn't look impressive,
70th Avenue for 1 mile.
the second cell may strengthen, and then I'll be in position for that one. So beautiful evening. Fun to be out driving around in western Wisconsin. It's very pretty out here. So we're just gonna keep doing this, see if we bump into something cool. All right, there's our storm right over there. We're maybe 5 miles away. You can see a rainbow there, but I just want to show you the view here. You just gotta love western Wisconsin, not far from the Twin Cities. This classic rural, rolling hills, fields, woods. We're just jogging down the side of this storm here, getting hit with some cold outflow right now. Got the rainbow right there straight ahead. Hopefully you can see that. You can hear thunder here. So I'm gonna keep jogging after this storm. Again, nothing severe. Nothing too scenic actually, other than the landscape. So I'll try to get closer, stay out of the rain, and see if we can get another time lapse or two set up. All right, I made the right decision. Our storm has gone severe warned, which is kind of exciting. I think it's probably severe warned for a little bit larger hail, but we're pretty close to it. And the other storm has actually fallen apart, so definitely made the right call to head south. And that's kind of the one thing I've learned in hardcore storm chasing in 3 years is always go to the given. If there's a storm, go to it. If it's stronger, go to it. You can always retreat and leave it, but they keep moving, so once you get on it, at least you have something to shoot at and look at. So I had to figure out my next plan and see if we can get another big picture of this thing. Alright, my current plan is I'm going to core punch this severe storm. It's not very big. I'll take on some hail, but I'm in the storm chasing truck. There's the storm right over there. I feel like I can't really see anything. I'm on the east side of the storm, I'm on the north side of the storm, I should say. But I got no color, I got no light. I feel like if I bust through the storm, I can come out in the sun the other side and see this thing at sunset. I'm also going to get pinched by the Mississippi River. I currently have Maiden Rock, Wisconsin plugged into my GPS, which should get me through this storm. But that's exactly where the storm is going, so I might have to jog further west. I gotta figure out what my end game is gonna be here. If I do core punch this and end up in Maiden Rock, I'm just gonna be sitting in the storm and in the same situation that I'm in right now on the north side of it. So here's what I'm looking at. I got my map in there. Here's the severe storm that I'm on. I'm the blue dot. There's the other storm up on top here that I was talking about earlier, which has got a healthy storm. That one might get to severe levels too, and I can chase that one on the way home. But I gotta figure out what I want to do with this guy right here. If I core punch, I'll end up in Maiden Rock down here, but then I'm stuck. I'm stuck between the river and the storm. The dilemmas of a storm chaser. Or I gotta head west and see what it looks like, and I'll have the sun shining on it. If I go to Ellsworth and then drop south to Diamond Bluff, but then I'm getting away from it, I don't know what I want to do. There's our storm. We got plenty of daylight. It's 6:45. Got at least 2 hours of daylight left. I'm gonna go to Maiden Rock. The storm just feel like it veered to the east a little bit. Our storm just went tornado warned. We are busting through this sucker and see what we can find. Our strongest part of the cell's over there. I have to flip on the velocity on the radar scope here. We're going straight south, so we should get us into a good position, to be honest with you. I'm in a great spot where I am. I'm sure the warning is just radar indicated right now, but I'm in about as good a spot as you could be in to luck into a tornado warned cell on this chase right now. I gotta put the Sony down here and start focusing on my radar and where that rotation is isolated to. Alright, we're going 1 more mile and taking a hard right to head back west into the storm. I don't see obvious rotation on radar, but I'm definitely not an expert. But we're gonna go get ourselves into the middle of this. I see my cross street a mile, about a half a mile up, and we're gonna go dive into this thing. I got nice open farm country right now, but you get down into some of these river valleys out here and you can get yourself tangled up without views. Hard part of chasing alone, I'm trying to run radar, run Google Maps, use my eyes, watch the road, run a camera. I'm gonna go 1 more mile. It's a dirt road into woods. You got strong easterlies right now. I'm heading straight south. You can see it blowing off the van in front of me. Oh yeah, I got a nice open view, a nice farm road coming up here. Go dive into the heart of this thing.
In hindsight, I should have continued straight to the south and aimed for the clear air. This would have positioned me well out of the rain and hail and given me a much better photographic view of the storm. The lure of that tornado warning on a storm with little to no chasers was just too great to resist.
Still tornado warned. Heading back west now. I'm in the heart of the storm. We got small hail. It's gonna go nice and slow. Wow. It's chasing in bluff country. When you get down by the Mississippi in western Wisconsin, you don't know where these roads are going to take you. Got her locked in four-wheel drive. The road is covered in hail. It's eerie how calm it is. There's no wind. You'd think rotation from a tornado would stick out like crazy. I think I am on a road going to the river, which I gotta stop and see if this is what I want to do. Still just taking on hail. See a little bit here. That's nice. Chasing in bluff country. And the horses just gotta stand there and take it. Back to the rain. I don't know, I'll give these quarter-size hail maybe. See some on the windshield there. I just got hit by hail. I'm in the truck. That's what we're dealing with. It's not huge, but that's not even raining here. It's just hailing. That window up. All right, all that work to go down into Maiden Rock, and now we're going back up. I see a cell tower. I gotta get reconnected to the radar, see what's happening. It was really unfortunate the road I decided to take. Got some cool hair shots in the river and the pond though, that was awesome. Alright, we're gonna get a view of this thing again. There's our cell tower. I think the storm's off to my left now. That's disorientating when you get down in those canyons. Heading back east into Wisconsin. Woo! I can see whiteness off to my left. That's definitely stronger hail. We're down in Maiden Rock, Wisconsin. There's the Mississippi River. You see the bluffs across. Got an awesome updraft going right above me here. I'm gonna linger here a little bit and see if we can't get some kind of cool picture. of this, but that is pretty spectacular. Got lightning, crawler lightning on the back side of this. Right up in here. Their landing's closed here. Only can drive down there and have a better view. That's pretty awesome right there. Need this rain to stop. Well, that was intense. I'm sitting here right next to the train tracks. I got one camera shooting here, my 14mm, shooting a time lapse. Lightning, crawler lightning up in the anvil here, and a train just came ripping through. This camera ran out of batteries and I couldn't get it on for the headlight to come through. I'm hoping this time lapse could be pretty sweet. Got my other camera set up on the other side of the tracks over there. I had to come scurrying across the tracks with the train coming at me. So I'm gonna let this finish up. It looks like the lightning's kind of quit up. I'm really hoping I got one bolt with that train roaring by. Could be epic. So I'll take a look here shortly, but that could be the dream shot as I set this up. Like if a train comes by and we can get a bolt up here with the crossroad flashing, with the train, I mean, that's just lucky timing if it happens. So we'll see, we'll look shortly.
Missed this shot by 7 seconds. Thank you, Photoshop.
Keep getting a few random gigantic bolts on the backside of this storm. See if we can catch one on video here. It seems like the storm kind of ramps up and then lets a big one go. Come on, you can do it. We'll wait all night. There we go. All right, I think we're done here. I'm still in Maiden Rock. I did check the time lapse. Does not appear to be a bolt on top of that train coming through, so that's a little disappointing, but I'll look closer on the computer. So a super fun chase today. Started off with just, a tower going up near New Richmond, Wisconsin. I could see it from home. We kind of had a quieter night as far as kids sports tonight, so my wife was nice enough to let me take off. Caught up with that cell around Baldwin. It didn't look too impressive, and shot a rainbow, shot a time lapse, but then kept following it. It kept getting stronger. Eventually when tornado warned, I drove through hail for a good 30-45 minutes. Ended up down here in Maiden Rock, shot a cool storm kind of up over the river. It's hard to see the river in the shot though. So I'm gonna start limping my way home. I'm about an hour from home right now. I'm just gonna run up the river. Maybe I'll still get a cool sunset. I think there's some more storms. I can't get radar scope to load right now, so I'm running a little blind. But hey, thanks for watching so much. If you like this, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. All right, I could never just go home. I had to make one final stop. One more storm blew through as I was driving up the river road, stopping here, trying to get a lightning shot on the back of the storm. You can see my camera going over here, shooting every 6 seconds. I think I have it on F10 ISO 400, giving it a nice long exposure for a chance to catch those lightning bolts. They're not coming fast and furious. I know I've gotten at least 2. So if any of those look any good, I'll put them up on the screen here, and we'll see if this night continues. I still don't have any access to radar, so I have no idea what's coming or going. I think we're pretty much done. It's pretty bright to the west. It's cold out now. There's a hard east wind blowing at me on my back right now, and I got a sweatshirt on and shorts, and I'm pretty cold. So the lightning appears to be wrapping up on this cell. Trying to see if I get a lucky bolt in the background here. Oh, there you go. I asked for it and it came. So I'm gonna let this run out for a little bit. I gotta go dab the lens. It is raining. Try to keep that lens clean. It's a 14 millimeter, so it's got that fisheye on it. So it's a rain catcher. But I think the storm's about done here. I don't know, 30 minutes from home, so working my way there. Again, if this is my wrap up, please hit that subscribe button. That helps me out the most. Likes are awesome. And we'll see you next time.